welcome to our Build Better Business online workshop series. This is delivered as part of the Western Downs Building Business Resilience program to support businesses across the Western Downs region to future-proof their businesses and become more resilient. The program has been supported by Shell Australia to promote a holistic approach to disaster resilience. In this final module, we're going to talk about something that doesn't get enough attention: your well-being as a business owner and how you can support your team, as well as accessing help and support during a disaster. Running a business is exciting, but it can also be lonely, stressful, and overwhelming, especially during disasters. We want to emphasize that the vast majority of what we cover off here are things you should be thinking about now. Do this work before disasters strike, so that when they do strike, you are best prepared to deal with whatever challenges come your way. In business, there's a little secret that very few people like to talk about. It's the impact that building, running, and growing a business has on the mental health of business owners. Sure, there are lots of amazing and positive aspects of being your own boss, but being a business owner and leader is also tough. The hours are long, the hustle is draining, the imposter syndrome is real. So what can you do? Well, as with any secret, you need to lean in and listen carefully. Let's take a look at the shh technique for keeping your mindset as a business owner in check. The first element of the technique is S for space. As a business owner, the business can be all-encompassing. You can be lying in bed thinking about all the jobs you need to do tomorrow. You can be eating dinner and just wondering whether you're going to make enough sales by the end of the month. It can be almost impossible to think about anything else. This is why it's important to identify activities that act as a forcing function to create physical and mental space between your business and the rest of your life. Find something that helps you step away from the business. There's no hard and fast rule here. It's what works for you. For some people, it's getting their hands dirty in the garden. For others, it's getting their hands dirty in the kitchen. Whatever it is, search for that outlet, activity or hobby that will give you space and separation between your business and you. Honesty. Be honest with yourself and others. Align your decisions with your values. Talk through dilemmas with a mentor or a trusted friend. Sometimes just journaling or saying the words out loud brings clarity. Business owners often struggle with decisions that challenge their values. When an opportunity doesn't feel right, it's crucial to align choices with personal and business core values. Be honest with yourself and others. Align your decisions with your values. Some techniques and ways of dealing with this could include journaling, discussing with a trusted confidant, mentor, colleague, or friend. Asking for help is a sign of strength. It might be informal, like a coffee with a friend, or formal, like reaching out to Beyond Blue, Lifeline, or a counsellor. Remember, you don't have to carry the load alone. Business owners often feel pressure to appear in control, making it hard to ask for help. However, seeking support isn't a weakness. It's a crucial decision and one that can save you. Remember, you're not alone. Seeking help strengthens both you and your business. If you have a team, supporting their well-being is just as important. It's about valuing input, creating opportunities for connection, and investing in resilience and emotional intelligence. When disasters hit, having a team that feels supported and empowered makes a huge difference. Managing team well-being means creating a positive and safe work culture in your business. Managing stress is the first important thing to note. Understand when your team is feeling stressed and understand what is causing this. Is their workload too high, or are there other factors? Positive culture is more than just having some pizza days. Making a positive culture should be part of your day-to-day life. This can look vastly different depending on your business, but in general, try to include things like valuing everyone's input, encouraging team walks, or creating opportunities for connection. Building skills and accessing trained staff. Empower your employees with skills to manage for their own well-being. Soft skills of resilience and emotional intelligence are so often overlooked. Having enough trained staff is a common challenge, especially in regional areas. It's important to understand that to get better results in terms of hiring and attracting staff, it is helpful to work the networks and programs available. There are also practical supports available, local schools and training programs for recruitment, state and federal workforce initiatives, and community groups that help connect you with diverse talent. Planning ahead for your workforce is as important as planning for your finances or your customers. Now, let's talk about accessing help before, during, and after a disaster. The first disaster resilience you should check out that is beneficial for preparing for disasters is the Get Ready Queensland page. This is managed by the Queensland Reconstruction Authority and helps communities prepare for natural disasters. The Australian Red Cross also has some excellent disaster preparedness resources such as the Get Prepared app, emergency plans, and survival kit checklists. During disasters, it's important to keep across all messages from Queensland government agencies and your local council in case you are required to evacuate. If you need help, call 000 for the ambulance, fire department, or police. You can reach the SES on 132 500. Have the Bureau of Meteorology app on your phone to keep up to date with weather updates. Additionally, if connectivity is an issue, tune in to ABC AM Radio 747 to keep up to date with relevant updates and warnings. Follow Western Downs Regional Council on social media as well to receive updates from your local government. Local councils are the first point of call Queenslanders should turn to for information and direction at the time of a natural disaster. In preparation for storm, cyclone and bushfire seasons, many councils will be out and about running events, pop-up information stores and other activities to help their community get ready for when the next major weather event occurs. The disaster dashboards include information about evacuation centre openings and locations, river heights, road conditions and closures, power and phone outages, and helpful contacts. You can also sign up for local weather alerts and other support information on many council websites. Western Down Regional Council's disaster dashboard collates all of these links and resources into a user-friendly dashboard. You'll find it on their website. Important links also has links to a bunch of other organisations we've discussed, such as Red Cross, Queensland Government, Blue Care, the Bureau of Meteorology, Ambulance and the SES. You'll find key data to keep informed during disasters such as maps, road conditions, weather warnings, power outages, current bushfire and flood warnings, and the bomb radar. The dashboard is truly a one-stop shop for all pre, during and post-disaster support available for your local government, state government and other relevant organisations. Help is available after disasters to help communities recover. Keep an eye out on programs, grants and other opportunities through Business Queensland, the state's business chamber. Keep your eyes open for support from the federal government, state government, Western Downs Regional Council and your local chamber. Finally, your bank may also be able to support you in times of hardship. As well as offering general help and support, they often run targeted disaster recovery grants and initiatives. There are various types of funding assistance available to eligible primary producers, small businesses and not-for-profit organisations that have been impacted by eligible disaster events. Disaster Assist, the Australian Government, Queensland Rural and Industry Development Authority, disaster assistance loans administered by the Queensland Rural and Industry Development Authority, special disaster assistance recovery grants, and freight subsidies for disaster-affected primary producers. Top tip here is to subscribe to newsletters to keep on top of timely announcements, particularly subscribing to Business Queensland's newsletter as well as Queensland Reconstruction Authority. There are also online web pages from Queensland and federal governments which help you find relevant grants such as Grant Connect and Grant Finder. When applying for grants, be sure to follow the prompts of the specific grant application. Typically, you'll need to create an account in the grants portal such as Smarty Grants. Grant funding rounds are highly competitive. Assessors will be reviewing a high volume of applications. You need to present a concise, easy to read application that addresses all the stated requirements and assessment criteria. Assume the reader knows nothing about your business or your proposed project. Tell the story of your business. Make sure you review and understand the eligibility criteria, including local government area, as well as targeted locations, business size, sector, disaster impact, property ownership, identification and verification is required. Understand what support is actually provided, as not all is financial. Prepare your grant-ready toolkit, your business information, business plans, financials, risk management plan, and other supporting information. Gather your evidence. Take many photos and videos of any damage to your business. Screenshot emails or comments demonstrating the impact on your business, media articles, community support comments, etc. Clearly demonstrate the problem and issue. Clearly outline the current situation and the challenges that have arisen due to the disaster. This section should evoke urgency, but avoid overly emotional appeals. Instead, rely on data and first-hand accounts to drive home the scale and gravity of the situation. Clearly articulate what you hope to achieve with the grant funds. This should be SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound objectives. Read the questions, and read the questions. Make sure you understand what is being asked and what you need to respond with. Also answer all the questions. Answer all the questions, as each question will have a weighting as part of the assessment process. So it is important to answer all of them. Be concise and factual by using simple language, and do not include any misleading information. Seek letters of support to validate your experience and business impact. Letters of support from organisations such as your local council, tourism organisations, community groups, or other businesses. Make sure you provide them with enough lead time to write this for you. Data points make such a difference for compelling grant applications. Use evidence and information to back yourself up at every opportunity possible. Completing a grant application is a big task. Be realistic about the amount of time it will take to complete the criteria responses. Be organised and plan your time wisely. Don't leave it to the last minute. Thank you for joining me for these Build Better Business modules. Be sure to keep following Western Downs Regional Council to view other resources and support programs. Stay resilient and take care.